Welcome to the world of translations. Apologies in advance, I got hungry and I'm eating chips. So if you hear awful crunch noises, that is me being gross, being a gross human being. If you hear some weird sloshing around, that is me drinking water, because I attempt to be a semi-healthy, actually, oh my god, I'm not healthy at all, but there is an attempt here by drinking water. So what we're going to talk about is translations. Translations literally mean moving in geometry. We're not rotating, we're not resizing, we're not changing anything else about the shape itself. We're just moving it. And what we are moving is actually so what we are actually moving is the coordinates themselves. And we're going to move these coordinates, like I said, in the same direction and in the same distance. Every single point. We can see how these work here. Notice it is taking this point and moving it by distance 40, this point by distance 40, this point, this point. Translations are best shown in the written word in its own language of goddamn math in this formula. So we have T, which stands for translation. Notice R, rotation, T, translation. A and B, the variables of the new points, or should I say the new coordinates. So, and X and Y are null coordinates. So what this segment is saying, the translation of X and Y to points A and B. A and B are variables. They are what we make of them, basically. We can pick any number and put them in, and that's where they're going to. It's what dictates the problem. As you can see over here, because we take the variable A and we're going to add it to X, or we're going to take the variable B and we're going to add it to Y. Now to move on to here. So I found this other really, really great site. It's just a bunch of quiz questions, and we're going to do them together. So we have the image of triangle CDE. CDE are the points names. And it wants us to move it, translate it, 1 unit to the right and 9 units up. So 1 unit to the right, that's pretty simple. So now the triangle would be over here, D would be over here, E would be here, and C would be here. That's all moving 1 point to the right. This is 1. Now moving it 9 units up. You can pick any point. You can pick C, D, or E. Just be careful when you're writing the names of the points again later. So generally, start with the base coordinate as to not confuse yourself. So we'll go from E, and we're going to move it up 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is our new E. And now notice that there is there's a distance of 2 spaces right here between D and E. So our new D point, this is one way to go about this. So we just said that the distance between D and E is 2. So 1, 2, there's D. C and D as well have a distance of 2. So you could just go 1, 2. That's one way of doing it. So now this is E, this is D, this is C. Or we can, let me do this again. Yeah, well, sweet. Alright, or we can do it all by counting 9 each time. So like I said, we'll start with the base so as to not confuse ourselves. So we're going to move it by 9. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's point E. Now, starting from point D, we're going to go 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And if you want to confirm, hey, did I do this right? Notice again that there's 2 spaces between D and E. There you have 2 spaces between your new points of E and D. And then again with C, we're going to count from 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There you go. Now, I just showed you how to translate it up 9. Is this correct? No, because I only moved it up 9. I didn't do the second half of the problem, which is asking us to move it 1 unit to the right. I did 9 first because that's the bigger number. Generally, though, it doesn't really matter if you do the right and left segments first or if you go up and down first. I chose to go up first because it is a much bigger leap. So now we're going to move it over 1. We're just going to move this point right here. We're going to move this point right here to here, and this point over 1 because that's to the right. Alright, and now that, we're going to check it. We're thinking it's right. This is our new CDE. And we're going to submit it. Yeah. Yay, got it! quick thing, because I'm very weird. Ignore this. I'm doing this because I want something. Hello? Hello? Do you want to? Oh, damn it. How did I get it earlier? Aha, got it. Alright. If you see me, or actually, not if you see me, if you see this little thingy, this actually has a name. I forgot the name. So we're just going to refer this little thing as alpha. Like I said, I don't think that's the right name, but I'm too lazy to look up the name. So we're going to call it alpha, then the coordinate, alpha A, because it's different from coordinate A. This is the new coordinate, so alpha A. This is a new spot. It's alpha. Same with saying, like, B, our new point will be alpha B. Okay, so next one. It wants us to graph the image of square TUVW after a translation of 9 units to the left and 10 units up. Yikes. Alright, let's try it in the next video because I'm running out of time. Okay.